Hello friends, today we are going to get introduced to C programming by creating our first C program. So all we have to be with is the compiler, the basic knowledge of C programming, the syntax of C programming. So this is what I want to show you today. So you have to open your compiler. It can be Codeblocks, it can be Visual Studio, whatever code whatever compiler you're using. So for this case, I'm going to use Visual Studio Code. You can install any compiler that you like. The codes won't change. The way it operates won't change the way the code operates. So you can open the compilers you can see, and what I can still take you through is how to create a file that is going to contain your code. So if you're using Visual Studio Code, for people who are familiar with Visual Studio Code, you can open and go to File, and then click on New File. But if you already have the project there already, or if you don't have a project, you can go to Folder and create a project as well. You go to Folder. If you want it to be on your desktop, you double click on desktop and then right click to create a new file. Yeah, you right click and then select new, then create a new file. But for this case, I'll just select my project as C programs. Then it will open like you can see, and then click on file to create a new file. I'll call it my first C. We can call it my first C. Yeah, my first program. Yeah, my first C. So, my first program. We can call it my first E. Then the next thing to do is to give it a file extension. The file extension is .c if you're making a C program. So we can call it .c. So you see the icon changes immediately after giving it a file extension. When I remove it, the icon C will disappear. You see, it disappears. So we give it a file extension. Let's see.
Want to create your own short videos? Introducing the short side of YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube Shorts.
sorry, my PC was on. After giving it a file extension, where did our program go? Okay, we can go back and create the file. It's called my first C. My first P. Yeah, my first program.c. You click enter. Tap enter to open the file. So it has opened. But as we know, each programming language has a basic syntax that it follows. A C program, basically, the first thing you must know is that you should have a header file, input and output header file, the std.io, and also you should have a section of the main program, and if you like comments, you should have a section for comments. So I'll put a header file hash include. This is just a command that calls a header file wherever it contains. So put hash include, and then the file itself is called stdio.h, and you close it using the greater symbol. Then you go to the main program int main. The reason as to why we use int is because we expect to return a value after the program has successfully run. So int main and open curly brackets to represent a block of code. So now we want to just print our first C program. Yeah, for that, basically, as the normal the culture of C programming, we shall print hello world. So we are going to use a printing function. So this function gives us output on the console screen all time. So you open the brackets, and whichever word you're going to print has to be in the middle of what the quotation marks. Yeah. So we are going to print the world, and then each statement in C programming has to be terminated by using semicolon. And then after that, you tell your compiler that you've stopped, that the program has stopped running. That's why I use int main. I expected to return a value. Yeah, for this case it's 0. Yeah, that program will run. If you want to add a comment section, you can add comments wherever you want. So we can add a comment. A comment can be represented like you can start / and then write a comment. Your comment is not understood run by the compiler. Yeah. This is printing on the screen. The comment won't be understood by the compiler. If your comment is on a single line, you can add / and write the comment. But if your comment covers a couple of lines, you can start with / asterisk, and then if the comment stops here or stops here, you end with asterisk /. But for this case, assuming that this covers 3 lines or more, yeah, you put like that. That will be regarded as a comment. So you save and run your program. Yeah. It will take a couple of minutes if it's the first time to open the compiler. But if you're running your code with a console screen, then it's okay to run quickly. Yeah, as you can see, it has printed hello world. Thank you for being good learners. See you next time.